जय श्री माताजी। ऑनलाइन उपस्थित विश्व के सभी भाई बहनों का प्रातःकालीन सामूहिक ध्यान सत्र में हृदयपूर्वक स्वागत है। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी के परम पावन श्री चरणों को वंदन करके हम सभी ध्यान की स्थिति में बैठते हैं। सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। दोनों हाथ जोड़ के प्रार्थना करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा करके आज का सामूहिक ध्यान शुरू करने की हमें अनुमति प्रदान करें। अपना राइट हैंड अपने हृदय पर रखेंगे। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा करके आप हमारे हृदय में विराजिए। विश्व के लिए हमारे हृदय में प्रेम और करुणा भर दीजिए। कृपा करके आज हमें सामूहिक चेतना में उतारिए और पूर्ण निर्विचार स्थिति प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी आपके परम कृपा में हम मन, बुद्धि, शरीर या अहंकार कुछ भी नहीं है। हम केवल शुद्ध आत्मा हैं। अपना हाथ गोद में लेते हैं। 3 महामंत्र, तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र। नाड़ी संतुलन करने हेतु राइट हैंड भूमि तत्व पर रखेंगे। पूर्ण चित्त ईड़ा नाड़ी पर प्रार्थना करेंगे। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी हमारी सामूहिक ईड़ा नाड़ी पर तमोगुण के सभी दोष और बाधाएं तथा हमारा प्रति अहंकार आपकी कृपा से भूमि तत्व में विलीन हो जाएं। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी शुद्ध करके हमें परमात्मा की शुद्ध इच्छा प्रदान कीजिए। धीरे से अपना राइट हैंड गोद में लेते हैं, लेफ्ट हैंड आकाश तत्व की ओर, पूर्ण चित्त पिंगला नाड़ी पर प्रार्थना करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, हमारे सामूहिक पिंगला नाड़ी पर रजोगुण के सभी दोष और बाधाएं तथा हमारा सूक्ष्म अहंकार आपकी कृपा से आकाश तत्व में विलीन हो जाए। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी शुद्ध करके हमें शुद्ध कार्य शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए। अपना लेफ्ट हैंड गोद में लेते हैं, दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर, चित्त सुषुम्ना नाड़ी पर। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में हमारे आध्यात्मिक उत्थान के आड़ आने वाले सभी दोष पंच तत्वों में विलीन हो जाएं। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमारा सामूहिक श्री महालक्ष्मी तत्व जागृत कीजिए, प्रकाशित कीजिए। कृपा करके हमें पूर्ण संतुलन प्रदान कीजिए, वर्तमान काल में हमें स्थित कीजिए। चित्त मूलाधार चक्र पर लेते हैं, श्री गणेश जी को वंदन करेंगे। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमारा सामूहिकता में श्री गणेश तत्व जागृत कीजिए, कार्यान्वित कीजिए। हमें श्री गणेश जैसी सुबुद्धि, विवेक, विनम्रता, पवित्रता प्रदान करके श्री गणेश की अबोधिता में स्थापित कीजिए, स्थिर कीजिए, स्थितप्रज्ञ कीजिए। चित्त श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता के चरणों पर लेते हैं। श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता का मंत्र बोलेंगे। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः। हे श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता, हम सभी आपको पूर्ण रूप से समर्पित हैं माँ। कृपा करके आप हमारे चित्त में पधारिए, हमारा चित्त निर्मल कीजिए, हमारे सभी चक्रों को कृपा करके निरंजित कीजिए। चित्त नाभि चक्र पर चित्त स्वाधिष्ठान चक्र पर चित्त बहुसागर में चित्त सेंट्रल हार्ट पर चित्त लेफ्ट हार्ट पर लेंगे। अपना राइट हैंड हार्ट पर रखेंगे। परमपिता श्री शिव और माता श्री पार्वती को वंदन करेंगे। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहतं नमामि। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमारा आत्मा जागृत कीजिए, प्रकाशित कीजिए। हमारा आत्म तत्व जागृत कीजिए, प्रकाशित कीजिए। हमारे हृदय में सत्य का जो प्रकाश है वो सभी विश्व में पूरी तरह से सभी तरफ प्रकाशित हो जाए। यहाँ हम आत्मा परमात्मा का मंत्र लेते हैं। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् आत्मा परमात्मा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः। अपना राइट हैंड गोद में लेते हैं। चित्त विशुद्धि चक्र पर चित्त आज्ञा चक्र पर लेते हैं। अपना राइट हैंड कपाल पर रखेंगे, सिर को थोड़ा नीचे झुकाएंगे, प्रार्थना करेंगे। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, हमने अपने हृदय से सबको क्षमा कर दी है। जाने अनजाने में हमसे गलती हो गई हो तो कृपा करके हमें क्षमा कर देना। राइट हैंड गोद में लेते हैं। संपूर्ण चित्त सहस्रार पर श्री माता जी के चरणों को वंदन करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमारा आत्म साक्षात्कार दृढ़ कीजिए। श्री माता जी, आपके प्रति हमारा समर्पण तथा हमारी कृतज्ञता कृपावंत होकर स्वीकार कीजिए। ध्यान के लिए हमें पूर्ण निर्विचारता तथा निर्विकल्प स्थिति प्रदान कीजिए। कृपा करके हमें निरानंद की अनुभूति प्रदान कीजिए। यहाँ हम थोड़ी देर पूर्ण निशब्द ध्यान में रहेंगे। इसी ध्यान की स्थिति में हम श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी आत्मसात करते हैं। आज की अमृतवाणी है सहस्त्रार पूजा, अचीव कंप्लीट फ्रीडम, 7 मई 1995, कबेला, इटली। जय श्री माता जी।
Today it's a great day for us, for all the Sahajayogis, that on this day, I would say we are late by 1 day or 2 days. The Sahasrara was opened up. It was just a miracle, I should say, because I didn't think that I am at a point where it could be done. So, I wanted to wait, but some things happened that made me think that it has to be open. It was in such a situation that I felt if I delay it anymore now, it may help these false gurus to spread their nonsense all over. This is just, I should say, is a surge way of doing things. Now 25 years have passed. You all have gathered during this time. And we have so many others who are not, who have achieved so many things. But perhaps we are not aware as to what we have achieved in the real sense of it. You've got your vibrations. You can feel this all-pervading power. You are, as they say, swimming in the ocean of joy. You are all enjoying the collectivity and that you have transcended many of your limitations. All this has happened to you because it is your right to have it. I don't take any credit for it. Only thing, all the time I've been pointing it out to you, one thing, that now you have entered into the kingdom of God and enjoy yourself. We have to see around ourselves. The whole nature enjoys itself, doesn't bother about anything. They haven't got realization. They haven't felt the Param Chaitanya. But how is it they know that we have to enjoy? The flowers, that come out for a short time and fade out. But as long as they live, they are very happy. They don't think of their past or of their future, but they enjoy the present. And in the present, they enjoy what? Is that they are fragrant and giving fragrance to others. They are beautiful and they are soothing others. The whole nature is like that. If you look at the birds or anything that we call as natural, is all sort of in a meditative mood. All these hills and big mountains, they look as if they are witness to whatever has been happening. Now, we have to really first look back what we have achieved. That is important. Because if you are climbing up on a hill, if you look back, you get a shock and you may fall down. So normally people say never look back. But a person who has earned some treasure, he again and again goes and counts it and finds out how much he has got. And every time he sees that, he enjoys. So to know relatively what we have got and how we have achieved something will definitely give you greater strength of mind and richness of life. The first thing that has happened to you, I would say, which is very important, is this, that you have felt this all-pervading power. That shows that you must have been great seekers of truth, honest, sincere, sensible, that just coming to my program, you felt the vibrations. And after that, you started settling down into it. So many of you have felt it. Suddenly, and they were amazed, and they were shocked and surprised. They wanted to test whether it is true or not. But then, you were confident, you found it, that you've got definitely a new dimension in your life, and that you are feeling this all-pervading power of divine love. I'll take one lecture sufficient to describe this all-pervading power. But what you got out of it is the essence of it, one has to, is a complete freedom. You have achieved your complete freedom. First of all, the freedom has come to you, first of all, most important, is from your ego. This wall of ego you have crossed. You have got out of the bondage of this ego, which was really so much full of problems for you. So many things this ego does of which you are not aware. Firstly, a person who is egoist doesn't mind hurting anyone. He hurts, but if he is hurt, he doesn't like it. Immediately start crying. Especially, I've seen people who have too much ego are very easily hurt. But they don't understand how many people they have hurt already and how many are really frightened of such a person. So you got rid of your ego. It is sinful to hurt any other human being for anything, for whatever may be the reason that you feel you should hurt another. The first is the revenge. The idea of revenge is there, that I must take a revenge on the person who has hurt me or has done some wrong to me or something of that kind. This idea of revenge comes when you react. Some react very violently. I've seen people murdering each other in the name of revenge, killing their own kith and kin, killing their fellow men, their countrymen all over the world is some sort of a stupid idea of revenge. But if you go to the subtle side of revenge, what is it? What revenge have you taken? Supposing there is somebody who has troubled you, you are angry with that person, and you have killed that person, so you have actually saved him. He won't have to suffer from guilty conscience, he won't have to do anything, it's just finished. What is the revenge is? The revenge should be only by which a person gets out of his idea of killing others. Like a sword never fights a sword, it fights the shield. In the same way, the revenge that we think we can take on another person is not a revenge. Because any action you take in the name of revenge comes back to you and hurts you much more. So many things can happen if a person in the name of revenge starts acting. Now, for example, these days, in the whole world, there's so much of revenge going on, even in the name of God. Taking revenge because certain people are following some religion, or they are doing something else that you are doing. Working out this kind of a revenge. What is happening is that you are just killing people, destroying them, who do not even understand what sort of a revenge you are taking. People are putting bombs and putting all kinds of things. And by that, thousands of innocent people one is killing. So what kind of a revenge have you taken? They don't deserve any revenge. So this revenge, when it explodes, can destroy so many innocent people, and it will definitely react on you. You cannot get away with it. It's a very long process of this revenge. I have told you about Bermuda Triangle, what they say, that so many blacks were taken, slaves, and were drowned in that area. So their spirits, they are saying, are haunting on the people who are passing by, mostly the whites, and they just drowned them. So it's a very long process, and all that I need not discuss at this auspicious occasion, but I have to say that when we take revenge, every action has a reaction. So somehow you have got out of that idea of revenge. Just out of that idea. There's another thing, that if you don't take revenge and leave it to God, it acts. It acts. Not only that, but the divine power takes into its own control how to really give a good lesson to that person or to that community or to that kind of organization which is taking a revenge on you. You don't have to worry. I'll have to tell you that in these 25 years I've seen people have been extremely unkind. Many organizations, many so-called religions and all kinds of things have been after us. Media has been after us. Take the example of French media. They tried to trouble us so much and tried to bring bad name to us. Doesn't matter. The media people, now 3 of them who went to India, are now under warrant, and if they go to India, they will be arrested. I didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. Secondly, the same media, the same newspapers are all bankrupt. You didn't do anything about it. You didn't go and say that they should become bankrupt. You didn't take any revenge. Why should we? Why should we take any revenge? Because we are not bothered as to what happens. We are not bothered as to what these people have done to us. But legally they are now involved in such a way that they are under warrant, and if they go to India, they will be arrested. And the whole of French government is with them. All of them are trying so much, but this punishment is on their head. In their lifetime, they didn't have to die or anything. In their lifetime, they have got it. So, you have got this special power that you don't have to take revenge, or you have to just forgive. Just forgive, and the forgiveness will look after the whole arrangement of how to bring the other person to its proper path. So, once you are out of this idea of revenge, you really feel very peaceful, extremely peaceful. Because this peace that you have within yourself is not unnatural, it's not mental, but it just happens to you. It's all right, so what? If they have said they have done anything wrong to us, why should we? So many things are there which I can tell you have worked out automatically. Now in Turkey, they told me that there is some boy who is from England, and he went and told the media something against Sahajayoga, and it was all published. But in the court, he confessed that whatever I said was wrong. Nobody went and told him, nobody threatened him, nothing happened. So from your point of view, you must understand that you are not going to get into any mess of taking revenge of anyone, because you belong to the government of God. And this government is extremely alert, very genuine, and also extremely efficient. And as far as you are concerned, you are a citizen of that great kingdom. So what you have achieved is the citizenship of this great kingdom of God, where you should feel absolutely secure. The man who is secure is never afraid. Never afraid. So you have also got rid of your fear. Man is I don't know why he is afraid of this and afraid of that, and worries about this and worries about that. It's something surprising how they worry about their health, worry about their family, their children, their house, all sorts of things. But Sahajayogis don't. They don't. We have no worry. It all works out. Why should we worry? That instrument of worry is over. It's finished, I think, it's gone out of order. And what you are now in a state where you just have no time to worry, because you are enjoying yourself. This fear I have seen in people works so much that so many diseases people get out of fear. So many. Especially most of these left-sided diseases people get out of fear. What is there to fear? This is like you beat the Mother Earth saying that there's a snake. There's no snake, but you may just feel that way and you may go on. With this fear, anybody, any kind of a idea about a phantom or someone, or some sort of a big devil standing somewhere. It is all nonsense. For you, it doesn't exist. Say in the darkness you are walking, so you see forms and things, and some people say, I saw one on a tree, some sort of a form. It doesn't exist actually, it doesn't exist. But this fear in man makes him think like that. He's afraid of this and afraid of that, and then as a result he loses his freedom. He becomes slave. Slave to so many people. He's afraid of that such and such man will harm me, such and such man will trouble me. And the whole concept of fear has ruined our family lives. For example, a wife is dominating, husband is dominating. There's nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. By fear only you play into their hands. So supposing the wife is dominating, just make fun out of it. If you cannot make the fun in the presence of, say, your wife or your husband, better make it outside, thinking, oh, look at that. It is your special quality now that you can really get rid of your fear completely. What is there to be afraid of wife or afraid of husband? What can he do to you? At the most he'll kill you. So what? You are going to die in any way. So the fear of death is another nonsense people have. First time when I started my work, everywhere, they asked me, what about death? I said, but just now you are living, why are you asking what about death? So many people ask me question, what about our death? But why do you want to know about it? I'll tell you what about today, just now. So this is another mad idea that we should know about our death, what's going to happen, and whatever happens. Once you are dead, you are finished. You don't have to do anything after that. So what's the use of knowing when you will die, what will happen to you? Whatever has to happen will happen. We never ask that when I sleep, what will happen to me, do we? And this is a permanent sleep, and we worry so much about it that we should know what will happen after that. One has to die at the time whenever it has to die, because whatever is born has to be dead. But you do know that you have got eternal life. You can never die. Death is not this body disappearing. Death is where you are absolutely without any control of your soul live. Once you are a realized soul, you have all the control, all the powers to take your soul wherever you feel like. To be born if you like, if you don't want, you will not be born. To be born with the people, in the families, in the communities, wherever you like. There are many great souls, I know that, have taken birth daringly into societies which are very much, I should say, deteriorating and are in danger of getting destroyed because of stupidity they do. So this happening, that we are afraid of death, is absolutely absurd for such of us. What is there to think even about your death? There is nothing like death for you, because you have got eternal life. It's not that you continue with the same body. You may go on changing your dress, but you are living, you are aware, and you know, even if this body is not there, you will be there all the time, available for Sahajayoga, for anything that is to be done in the name of reality. So you must know your position as eternal being. What is your work? What is your ideal? What you have to do? So one has to get rid of this idea of death, because death doesn't exist for you. It's finished. Moreover, all such people who are afraid of their death go on having insurances, this, that, all headaches, you see. And ultimately, what happens? All these worldly things you leave here and you depart. There is, I don't think anybody could carry even a little dust with that soul which is departed. But in your case, when you people are no more on this earth, so-called, then you don't carry all these material things because you have already given up. You have no interest in them. You are not materialistic. So your spirit is free, and when you die, what happens to you is a very simple thing, that you feel very liberated, absolutely. And then you feel your freedom completely, and you can decide what you want to do. It's all under your own guidance, your own desire. Everything works out. You don't feel that you have come out of your body. And this is what should tell you that there should be no fear of death, but on the contrary, should be welcomed. Because you will feel much more liberated, much more at ease. You don't have other problems that you have to in any case carry on in this world. So because of this body, now see, I have to take some medicines, I have to take vitamins, I don't have to take anything. Don't need it. This body is finished is a very good idea. It's so troublesome it is, you see. All the time, despite the fact you may say that, oh, I don't care for this body and all that, but this body won't leave you. This is the most sticky thing we have is our body. So to forget about death should be the easiest thing for you. We have broken many walls. As you know very well, that the conditionings we have finished that. It's very surprising. I have seen people when they get their realization, immediately after that they start seeing around them. They'll immediately tell you what's wrong with their religion. Then they'll tell you what's wrong with their country. What's wrong with their culture? It's through them I have come to know so much. I didn't know that this was so, but they themselves told us now. For example, there's a Frenchman, take it. If a Frenchman gets a realization, you know everything about French. The things you could never even imagine what sort of people they are. They will tell you everything. Same with the English I've seen. English, they laugh at themselves, all right. But actually, when they become realized souls, you see, they give you a complete picture of English people. What sort of people are there, what's wrong with them, how they are egoistical, this, that. I was amazed. I never knew so many things which I came to know through Sahajogis who got realization. Because they have seen all these things very thoroughly and very closely, and they knew what was it. Now, when you become so clean, washed up completely, your mind completely cleaned up from all kinds of conditionings, you see, you become like a mirror, beautiful mirror. And in that mirror one can see complete picture of the society in which you live, the complete picture of the government which rules you, everything. So clear-cut. And it is absolute. It is not biased. For example, you ask somebody, then he will say, what is your politics? If I say my politics is, I have no politics. So what, you have no politics? How can you exist without politics? I have no politics. So they will go on asking questions to you which are very much unknown. But for a realized soul, it's just the other way. He not only sees, but also shows and expresses very clearly. I've been amazed at the way people have been really so reflective of the society into which they live and the country which they represent. So the identification is lost. Complete identification is lost. You don't feel identified much. You just see what's wrong with that person. Then also another point is that you start seeing how you can help, what you should do, how you can work it out. And the importance of that becomes your main theme in life. Everybody I see yesterday, the way you brought all these flags and all that, behind that flag I could see all of you wanted that peace should prevail in those countries. They should get all the joy and beauty of Sahajayoga. It's what a feeling it is. It's not like yourself becoming Sahajogis and sitting in the corner, no. They want to do it for that country about which they are not identified, but without identification, they have that deep feeling that they have to work out correctly. It's a very different type of personality you develop. Normally, you see, if you say a word against somebody that see in your country, they do like this. Oh, what are you talking? What about your country? Immediately, they'll never accept. If you just try to say one word against their country or their government, which may be the most rotten government, but no, state, what? They are all right. That kind of
श्री आदिशक्ति माँ का पूर्ण मंत्र लेते हैं। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः। अब हम आरती की तैयारी करेंगे। आरती के लिए श्री माता जी को वंदन करके हम सभी खड़े होंगे।
सब जो सेवा हो सके, जो सेवा हमसे करा देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना।
जय श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी, आज का सामूहिक ध्यान आपने हमसे करवा लिया, इसलिए हम सभी आपका धन्यवाद करते हैं। और ये आज का ध्यान, सामूहिक ध्यान आपके परम पावन श्री चरणों पर समर्पित करते हैं। आज आपने हमें निरानंद की अनुभूति देकर परम चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित किया, इसलिए हम सभी आपके हृदय से ऋणी हैं माँ। श्री माता जी, आप ही साक्षात श्री एकादश रुद्र की शक्ति हो, आप ही साक्षात श्री कल्की हो। हे माँ, कृपा करके भारत में और सभी विश्व में जो आतंकवाद और हिंसाचारी प्रवृत्ति सभी तरफ फैल गई है, उस प्रवृत्ति को समूल विनाश करके शांति एवं सुव्यवस्था और सुरक्षा का राज कृपा करके प्रस्थापित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, we all the Sahajayogis of the world pray at your lotus feet for wisdom, discretion and pure intelligence. Sri Mataji, you are everything. You do everything. Please kindly keep us safe in spiritual life, Mother. परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, संपूर्ण विश्व में विश्व निर्मल धर्म प्रस्थापित करने हेतु हमें सहजयोग प्रचार प्रसार का सक्षम एवं शुद्ध माध्यम बनाइए। हमारी सभी प्रार्थनाओं को स्वीकार करने की और हमें आशीर्वादित करने की कृपा कीजिए। श्री माता जी, आज के ध्यान में हमसे गलती हो गई हो, भूल हो गई हो तो कृपा करके हमें क्षमा कर देना माँ। आपके श्री चरणों में हमारे कोटि कोटि प्रणाम, अनंत कोटि प्रणाम। सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। आज का शाम का ध्यान शाम 7 बजे लाइव प्रसारित होगा। आज का ध्यान यहीं पर संपन्न होता है। अब हम सहज संगीत का आनंद लेते हैं। आज का दिन आपके लिए चैतन्यपूर्ण और आनंदमय हो। जय श्री माता जी।
चक्रवर्ती आम्ही आलो तुझ्या चरणासी माते, जेव्हा आम्ही आलो कृष्ण स्वरूप पाहून तेव्हा मनी दंग झालो, कृष्ण स्वरूप पाहून तेव्हा मनी दंग झालो. ध्यानामध्ये मूलाधारी, ध्यानामध्ये मूलाधारी शक्ती रूप देवा, उघड सहस्त्रार माते, उघड सहस्त्रार, उघड सहस्त्रार माते, उघड सहस्त्रार. तुझ्या कृपे निद्रित शक्ती ऊर्ध्वमुखे येई, तुझ्या कृपे निद्रित शक्ती ऊर्ध्वमुखे येई. सात चक्रे तिच्या स्पर्शे जागृत ती होई, सात चक्रे तिच्या स्पर्शे जागृत ती होई. आज्ञास्थानी येता माते, आज्ञास्थानी येता माते, काग विसावा, उघड सहस्त्रार माते, उघड सहस्त्रार, उघड सहस्त्रार माते, उघड सहस्त्रार. तेज जेव्हा त्या शक्तीचे इडा पिंगलात, तेज जेव्हा त्या शक्तीचे इडा पिंगलात, थंड थंड चैतन्याच्या लहरी वाहतात, थंड थंड चैतन्याच्या लहरी वाहतात. सहस्रार भेद नामे, सहस्रार भेद नामे, अनंतत्व ठेवा, उघड सहस्रार माते, उघड सहस्रार, उघड सहस्रार माते, उघड सहस्रार. प्रेमाची शिदोरी आज्ञा चक्रवरी, प्रेमाची शिदोरी आज्ञा चक्रवरी, उघड सहस्रार माते, उघड सहस्रार, उघड सहस्रार माते, उघड सहस्रार.
ओ युग आज एक नया देखो सजाए है, युग आज एक नया देखो सजाए है. आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं, आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं. युग आज एक नया देखो सजाए है, युग आज एक नया देखो सजाए है. आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं, आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं. पाँच मई मुहूर्त पे, 5 मई मुहूर्त पे रजतम को तोल दिया, रजतम तोल दिया, रजतम को तोल दिया, रजतम तोल दिया. झूमा ये जग सारा, झूमा ये जग सारा, झूमा ये जग सारा. ब्रह्मरंध्र खोल दिया, सहस्रार खोल दिया, ब्रह्मरंध्र खोल दिया, सहस्रार खोल दिया. जागो माँ कुंडलिनी गणेश जगाए हैं, जागो माँ कुंडलिनी
हर्ष जगाए हैं, आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं, आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं। सोहम का रूप खिले, सोहम रूप खिले,
ज्योति से ज्योत जले, ज्योति से ज्योत जले, ज्योति से ज्योत जले। निर्मल का धर्म मिले, निर्मल धर्म मिले,
निर्मल का धर्म मिले, निर्मल धर्म मिले। अपने ही भव में सब सतगुरु पाए हैं, अपने ही भव में सब सतगुरु पाए हैं। आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं, आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं।
सत जागा गत छूटा, सत जागा गत छूटा, सत जागा गत छूटा। चेतन जो जाग उठा, चेतन जाग उठा,
चेतन जो जाग उठा, चेतन जाग उठा।
सच क्या है क्या झूठा, सच क्या है क्या झूठा, सच क्या है क्या झूठा। चेतन जो बोल उठा, चेतन बोल उठा,
चेतन ही बोल उठा, चेतन बोल उठा। शब्दों के पार गुण सहज से पाए हैं, शब्दों के पार गुण सहज से पाए हैं। आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं, आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं। युग आज एक नया देखो सजाए हैं, युग आज एक नया देखो सजाए हैं। आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं, 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 आत्म चैतन्य लिए सहजी आए हैं।